Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm to do this webinar. Today I'm going to cover you about the Agile QA best practices, which every developer and every QA people should get to know. And I think this is going to help for you to in 2021 to enhance your QA improvements. So through this webinar, I'm going to cover what is agile testing and what is the role of the QA in the agile environment, QA pain points, key tasks every agile tester should perform, best practices for agile QA process. And before start this webinar, I would like to tell you this sessions is not limited only for the QA, because currently, as we got to know, most of the developer people also participate to do this QA activities. So this webinar session is help developers as well as QA to start to enhance their performance activities. So now, first of all, we will look what is about the agile testing. Nowadays, the agile testing has become a critical part of application life cycle. It means that early days we didn't follow this agile testing. We just follow the all test mechanisms. Once the developer finished their development, only testers started their work. But now it has been changed. Now, when we got the user story or when we got the spec, when developers start their development activities, we also start to do the test activities. So it is a continuous work from start to end. If you follow the agile testing, if you want to follow the agile testing, you should know about the principles of the agile testing. Now we will look the principles of the agile testing. So as you know, first principle of the agile testing is continuous feedback. You have to get the continuous feedback from your customer as well as from your team members. And always you should need to deliver value to the customer. For it means that if customer asks you about the one module, if you can add some additional things for that module, it means that you are going to add some value to your deliver mechanism. When you add value to a deliver mechanism, your customer get happier, and when he's happy, you also like to work him again and again. So that's why it's in agile testing, it's very important to add value to the customer. The other thing is the face-to-face communication. If you always follow the face-to-face communication, then you know what are you going to communicate, how the people reactions of other party. Without having face-to-face communication, you couldn't understand other people's reactions, facial reactions. So that's why in agile testing, face-to-face communication is important. And the other thing is always make your work as simple. Simple means that while you added some value to your customer, when you keep your work simple, it means that by looking at your work, if your customer can understand what you have been done, then it's help to add more value to your process. If customer couldn't understand what you have been done, if your work is very complex, then it's no point of view. That's why we said that agile testing should be very simple, but it has to added value to the customer. Not only these factors, you have to always practice the continuous improvement. It means that learning curve should be there. You always learn the technologies, new technologies. Without having the continuous improvement, you couldn't add value to your customer. If you want to add value to your customer, it's better that you can add to the you can do the continuous improvement. And the other thing is that you need to respond to the change. If you could be able to if you didn't respond to the change, you don't know what will happen. If there, although there is a risk, you should need to respond it. Without having these responses, you can't give some value to the customer. So, and the other thing is self organize. Always organize your work. If you didn't organize your work, you don't know what you are going to deliver. Just finish your task is not enough in agile testing. With the agile testing, you are going to learn some values to yourself also. That's why self organizing is important. And the other thing is focus on people. Always try to focus your people. And the other one is enjoy, because at the end of the day, as a tester, you should need to enjoy your work, or as a developer, you should need to enjoy your work. If you couldn't enjoy your work, there is no point of doing this day-to-day activities, your work. That's why one enjoyment should be there. You should have a self happiness. Without self happiness, you can't do these agile test activities. So I think these are the basic agile testing principles that that every QA as well as developer should need to know. If you didn't know these agile testing principles, you cannot follow the agile QA process. To follow the processes, this know about these principles is a very important. Now we will have a look about the role of a QA in an agile environment. This role is basically goes with the developers also, not only the QA. We will look how QA person can perform in the agile environment. In the agile environment, QA person need to attend sprint planning sessions. Why is that? Because sometimes QA people are coming and tell they don't have enough time to do the testing. They don't have enough time to do the test case writing. They can't do these things. They are always buzzes for the project manager, team leaders. To overcome that, it's very essential to take them to the sprint planning session. Once the QA involved in the sprint planning session, then he or she can tell the estimations for the user stories. When they give the estimations, team lead or project manager can check with the release date. Then based on that estimations, QA doesn't get any high workload. Then they are not going to complain they have high workload than the developers. Then there won't be any late night activities. That's the only thing that QA can overcome from their high workload activity. Join into the sprint planning sessions. So project leaders, project managers, and team leads, it's your responsibility, as well as QA leads. It's your responsibility to join the sprint planning sessions rather than miss it. The other role is attend the daily stand-ups. Why these daily stand-ups are important? Because in the daily stand-up, QA and developer team can collaborate their work together. QA people can tell what did they done yesterday, what are they going to do today, and what is their plan. What are the issues that they got, rather than waiting at the last minute. This is the time that team members can involve very actively. When they say their issues, they can easily exchange their ideas. So this daily stand up is a very important thing for them. And the other thing is, don't save your test activities until the last minute. In agile testing environment, if you try to save your test activities, if you try to do your test case writing or anything at the last minute, you are going to be a failure. You are going to be a failed QA engineer. To overcome that, it's better if you do the test activities throughout the sprint. When the sprint is beginning, you have to start your test activities throughout the sprint. Don't stop it. When you do the test activities throughout your sprint, then you know the issues that you can get. Then you can identify the defects as soon as possible if you continue it. So therefore, the other role of the QA in agile environment is do the testing throughout the sprint. The next role would be the meet the developers for short time and demonstrate them. Early days, we just put the defect or bug to the developer and we just keep our mouth shut. But now it won't work. If you want to add some value to a customer, If you want to make your life easier, the best thing is always meet the developers and demonstrate the work. If you found the defect, report it, but before report it, just go and demonstrate it to your development team. Then it's easy. Always have a communication with them. When you have a communication with them, you know what are the issues that you got. When there is a new feature also, when you communicate with developer, you know what areas you have to test. So this meet with the developers for short and have a demonstrate is very important thing for the QA role in agile testing environment. The other thing is the sprint perspective. In the sprint retro meeting, developers and QAs can tell what did they learn from the previous sprint, what has been wrong thing, what they have to be implemented. So when you raise your voice at that retro meeting, you know the obstacles in your project. You don't want to get afraid for it. Therefore, the attend retro is a very important thing. The other thing is, other role is document every aspect as soon as possible. If you didn't document, if you didn't maintain any documents, it's going to be hard. I know developers don't like to keep the documents, but please get understand if you maintain documents, then it become evidence for you. Near in the future, you can use those documents. Therefore, testers and developers always try to maintain the documents. For testers, they can maintain separate documents. So developers also they can maintain a document. So this documentation part is another important role for QA can perform in agile environment as well as developer can perform in the agile environment. Okay. Now we will look QA pain points. I'm also QA, so I think we also have a pain points. Every QA has these pain points. First pain point is the we are getting last minute improvements. When you get a last minute improvement, QA doesn't have time to test it. Then when they don't have a time, then the product get the bugs and they don't know what we are going to release. And they sometimes they will give clients with the buggy products. And the other point is QA doesn't have a goals. When they don't have a clear goals, they don't know what to do. And feature requirements. Sometimes this pain point is coming when the feature is not clear. Then we get in this issue. Therefore, it's very important before do any implementation, make your features are very clear. If you didn't make your feature requirements clear, you can't give the client what he expected. Therefore, feature requirements should be clear and understand. So these are the main problems that QA are deal with. So as a developer, how are you going to help QA to overcome these pain points? Because beginning of this webinar, I told you that this webinar is not only for the QA. This webinar is for the developers as well as QA, BA and other people also. So this give the product to the client is a teamwork. So when the QA has this kind of pain points, so I think developers also can help them to overcome these pain points. How? They can give when the requirements are not clear, developers also can join with QA and communicate with client to get the clean requirement. When the new feature is comes there, developer can tell tester these are the affected areas because of this feature. Then while the developer doing these improvements, QA can do the regression testing for that affected areas. After you finish it, improvements, then QA can do the test activities. And in other hands, developer can participate QA people to do the development testing in the development environment. So while they both are work together, then these pain points going to be low. When the pain points are low, you are automatically deliver high quality software to your customer. Because as a software engineers, as a software QA engineers, in the IT industry, our main goal is to give the high quality product to the customer. When you are giving high quality product to the customer, we don't want to say that this is QA activity, this is developer activity, I am not involved this. It's a all strategy. In the modern strategy, it's not like that. It's a teamwork. QA and developers should work together. When you work together, your pain points will be low and you can add value to the customer. Then we will look key tasks that every agile tester should perform in their agile testing environment. What are the key tasks? First thing is done. When you finish some work, tell your team members that you have made that user story done. Communicate with him and always give the scope and estimate. Access the testability. Design and execute your test cases. If you have a time, do the automation. I know most of the time doing the manual testing and automation is a bit difficult, but testers, it's your responsibility. Do the at least automate your regression test suite as much as you can. When you automate something, it takes much time, but when you finish your automate, what you can do is you can run your regression test suite as soon as possible. When you have automate test suite, your workload will be going to low. So that's why automate is become a key task in agile tester should perform. The other task would be you have to attend the daily stand-up meetings. And when there is a failure, accept that fail. Because of that fail, you can learn something. If you didn't fail in your life, you can never learn anything. Therefore, always accept the failures and don't embarrass the change. Always accept the changes. Take the risk, accept it, and learn something from it. So these are the key tasks that every agile tester need to perform. Now we will look what are the best practices for agile QA process. When you take about agile QA process, it's QA responsibility to define the QA process. If you didn't define your QA process, then your team members never follow any process. When there is no process, you are going to be failure. So that's why it's very important to define the process. The other thing is always analyze the risk. Find where is the risk. Analyze the risk and take the actions to mitigate it. Then the other thing is use the test as soon as possible. If you start test activities earlier, you can find defects earlier. You can add defects the last minute. It's very cost to fix those defects. Therefore, it's your responsibility to do the test early and identify the defects as well as do the testing often. The other best practices are automate. Automate when you have the time, and then know your audience. Know how about your client, what does your client want, how is he, whether he's a very technical person or not. If you know your audience, then you can easily address them. Without knowing audience, you can't address them. Therefore, the best thing is know your audience. The other thing is a teamwork. As I explained to you earlier, teamwork is very important in 2021 as for the IT industry. If there is no teamwork, you cannot deliver anything to your client with good quality. You will deliver, but it's not quality. So this teamwork is a very important. Now we will look. As we know, this is a very common question I got from you, because we all know that there is how developers can survive in their project when they don't have a QA. They will say that we don't have a QA, we can't implement the process, we can't give the good quality to the clients. Those things are very old strategies. Now, in your project or in your company, if you don't have a QA, okay, you can survive. How? It will start from the requirement analysis stage. When the requirement analysis stage, if you don't start any implementations with the unclear requirement. If you have unclear requirement, please make sure to clear it from your client. Otherwise, no point of implementation. The other thing is, do the unit testing as much as you can. When you do the unit testing, you can identify the defects. Always follow the checklist. When you are going to, once you finish the improvement and before release it to the client, if you follow the checklist against the acceptance criteria of the user story, then you know the miss points. Then you know the areas that you haven't implemented. Always do the cross check it. Ask another team member in your project to do the cross check of your work. At that way, you can do the quality activities in your project. So it means that have a QA resource is not necessary at all, but as a developer, if you follow unit testing, if you do the implementations with the clear requirements, if you do the cross check for the acceptance criteria, if you follow that QA process, then you can hand over good quality products to your customer. Otherwise, you cannot hand over good quality to the customer. So I think as a developer and as a tester, it's better to follow these best practices. Best practices in the sense, first, create a good quality process, automate your work, and always communicate with the team members, always give estimations, and don't start implementations with unclear requirements. So if you follow those things, you can add value to your customer in 2021. So that's why I always say that QA, this is not only developer work, this is about QA and teamwork. So always work as a team, then you can add value to your customer. So if the customer is happier, you also get happy. So I think I have come up end of this webinar. If you have any questions, you can ask from me. So I think there won't be any questions. So if you don't have any questions, I think we can wind up this session. So what I can say is, if you, I think you guys have learned something from this webinar. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach for us. And please subscribe 99X Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube channels. So I think that's all for today. Thank you.